Hi friends, my name is Doug, and today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas, we are going to make some Valentine Day cookies, some sugar cookies, to get in the mood to decorate for Valentine's Day 2025. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's start by going through the ingredients. We're going to need some strawberries, 1 large egg, 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 stick or 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. That's 1 cup of granulated sugar, 4 ounces of cream cheese. That is 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to need 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and a 1/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract. And if you want, you can use some pink and white food coloring, and of course some fun sprinkles to decorate our cookies with. We're also going to put icing on it. Now, I'm not going to make my own icing this time. I'm making my own cookies, but not the icing is not going to be homemade. So this is like a semi-homemade cookie. So I actually purchased this at Target. This is decorating icing pink. So we're going to add some of that to the top of our sugar cookies. So let's start baking. Okay, so for our first step, we're going to make some strawberry puree, and you're going to need around 12 to 13 strawberries for this. So the very first thing you want to do is get about 6 strawberries, and you're going to wash them first, and then you're going to take the stems off, that little part on top. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to slice these into 4. Now we are going to put this in a saucepan, and we're going to bring this to a boil. So we want to, we don't want to put the strawberries in there whole. It'll take forever. So by us cutting it into 4, it's just going to make it go a little bit faster. Put this on a low flame, and we're going to cook that up. So what I did just now, I put up the heat to a medium heat exactly, and you can see that it's starting to boil, and that's what you want. We're going to continue stirring it, breaking it down. It's important to keep stirring it instead of just leaving it like that. So keep stirring it. Don't get scared. We're making a puree. And this is going to taste so good in these sugar cookies. But we do have to let it cool, of course. We're going to add a little lemon juice to it. It's going to be so good. Now making my next round of strawberries. You may say, how come I split it up? And I did 6 and 7. The reason why I split it up is because otherwise it would be too much in here, you know, and then it would take a longer time, I think, to break down. So I just split it up that way. I just find it easier. So we're going to continue stirring this just like the other process. Add just a little bit of water and keep stirring, and we're going to break down those strawberries. Okay, so let's quickly take a look and make sure that you're really stirring that in there. And you can see how much you have. So that's probably about 2 tablespoons or so. So you'll need about 12 to 13 strawberries for this. Okay. Now we're going to add, put this to the side. Take some of that off. Now we're going to add just a little bit of lemon juice, probably around a teaspoon. Okay, so after you make your strawberry puree, you have to let it cool, and then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice to it. All right, let's start working on our dough. So with my egg right here, I'm going to crack it in here first. I always like to crack it in a separate bowl before I actually put it in, just in case, you know what I mean. And usually have a little paper towel, just put the egg in or another bowl. All right, but we want to cream our butter and sugar and cream cheese first. So remember that your butter should be room temperature. And when you slice into your butter, if it slices easily, you know it's pretty much good to go. All right, if you have any hesitation, you might want to leave it out just a little bit longer. All right, so there's my butter. There's my cream cheese. Remember, this was about 4 ounces of cream cheese and 1 cup of granulated sugar. All right, so I'm going to cream that first. Now, you can, if you want, get a towel just in case things go flying, especially when you add that flour. I usually like to add a towel just so things stay nice, but I'm going to cream my butter, cream cheese, and sugar first, and then we're going to start looking at the dry ingredient. You can hear now that it's on a very high speed. I'm going to scrape the sides with my rubber spatula here, rubber spatula spoon type deal. And that's looking good, nice and fluffy. That's what you want. Now in our dry ingredients, I have my 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add my baking powder. This was 1 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I just have a rubber whisk, so I'm just going to mix that into my flour, just like that. Looks good. All right. Now, in this, we're going to add our egg. And then I'm going to add my 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And a 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. Now, almond extract is strong, so 1/4 teaspoon is just going to be perfect for it. Okay, we're going to mix the wet in there. And now we're going to gradually add we're going to add the puree. We almost forgot the puree. How can I forget that? Remember, that was about 2 tablespoons. Might be a little bit more, and that's okay. And this is the time too, if you want to add food coloring. So I'm going to add like 3 drops of pink and 3 drops of white. 1, 2, 3. And 3 drops of white. I'm going to scrape the sides, and then we're going to add our flour, our dry ingredients. Smells really good with that strawberry puree. All right, now I'm going to do just probably a third at a time of the flour. And like I said, you might want to get a towel so the flour doesn't go flying all over the place. I always start out low. and then you can kind of go to a medium. Okay, so with some clean hands, you want to get your dough, and it's kind of sticky, so you got to work quickly. And we're going to add some plastic wrap, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Looks good. Okay, so we're back. So we have our oven preheating to 350 degrees. We just took our dough out of the refrigerator, and that was in there for about an hour. You remember, you want to leave it in there for at least an hour. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll out our dough. We have a floured surface here, so make sure it is floured. And we're just going to roll it out. Now, I'm probably going to do half at first because of my board. And just going to roll this out to about 1/4 of an inch thick. And we have a heart cookie cutter. I think that's going to look really pretty. Okay, we're going to use our cookie cutter here. That looks nice. It's a heart-shaped cookie cutter. Now, don't forget the oven is 350 degrees. You're going to be baking these for around 10 to 12 minutes. All right, so I'm going to continue making my cookies, and we're going to put them in the oven 10 to 12 minutes, 350 degrees. And then we got to put it on a cooling rack and let them cool, and then we'll decorate them. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're ready to decorate our beautiful cookies. And look at the color. Look how pretty these are. They're a very light pink. And I just love how they look like that. But we're going to decorate them. Like I said, you can make your own icing. I just didn't want to. And I thought, let me just try this. I've never tried it before, so hopefully it's going to taste okay. But what I like about it is that it has this nozzle on there. So I'm thinking it's going to be easy to decorate, which it looks like it is. Look at that. You could do something like that. Look how pretty that one looks. You can fill it all in if you want. What I like about this is that you can really make your own design too, which is kind of cool. So there's this one. Look at that, like a swirl. And you could even put some little sprinkles on it. Look at that, make it look so festive, fun and festive. Let's put that there. I have these other sprinkles here. Let's try these out. Let's do kind of like swirl it around. You could just go crazy however you want to decorate it. But you do something like that, maybe the shape of the heart inside. Add some sprinkles to that. Tap off the others. Look at that, almost looks like a rose. So there are so many different ways to decorate these. So I'm going to continue decorating them, and then we'll be done. Well, I don't know about you, but I think they turned out really pretty. Look at them. I added some strawberries to these with some white shimmering sugar. I did a couple of XOs, hugs and kisses, and I think they turned out really pretty. And now for a taste test. Okay, let's give one a taste, see what they taste like. The flavoring of the cookie is really, really good. Yes, you can make your own icing, but a faster way. I just did store-bought for today. They taste fantastic. Very good. Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas today. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe, and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.